Welcome back to Lariat TV News. We know this week is a little shorter, but we're ready to bring you the news around Baylor and Waco. I'm Tatum Vickers.
And I'm Jacob Stowers. First, we have a recap on the Waco Police Department's National Night Out.
Local residents and first responders had a chance to come together this week in a social setting. Charlie Cole has the story.
The Waco Police Department planned neighborhood block parties all across the city Tuesday night in celebration of National Night Out. This event helps bring community members and first responders together in a casual environment to establish connections.
Well, this is an annual event. We've been having this since 1991, and it's an opportunity for neighbors to come out, engage with one another, and let the criminal element know that neighbors are going to band together and they're going to keep crime out of their neighborhoods. So this is a good way of doing that.
There were 25 different parties set up, and members of the police and fire department stopped by at several of them to interact with local residents. Officer Martinez believes these relationships are extremely important for both citizens and first responders.
When things do go bad, our citizens are going to be more apt to communicate with us and let us know what is going on in the neighborhoods that we need to address to help make their neighborhoods safer.
Many of the block parties had food and drinks available for whoever showed up. Officers also brought toys and trinkets to give out to the children in each neighborhood, which is another crucial bond for police to form.
Later on, maybe in December, one of the little kids may see us like, oh, you came to my neighborhood. So that also, too, starts a relationship with the young citizens where we begin that relationship, and as they grow, they know that their police department is there to work for them and to help make their communities better and safer.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Charlie Cole.
Charge into fire safety is the main idea around the National Fire Prevention Week. Kendall Rickett visited a firehouse in Waco and brings important information.
The National Fire Prevention Week runs from October 5th to October 11th. Waco's fire department often goes to local schools to teach students about fire safety and prevention.
It's the classic stop, drop, and roll. We put on our gear to show the kids that we're the same people and not to be afraid of us, don't hide, and to always have an evacuation plan with their parents as far as a meeting if there's a house fire.
But the message isn't just for kids. College students can learn from it too.
When it comes to fire extinguishers, how to properly use them, how to put out fires with them. College kids mainly cooking. Yeah, some of them let the smoke build up so much that fire alarms go off.
The National Fire Protection Association has geared the theme of this week towards awareness for lithium batteries and how we should buy, charge, and recycle safely. Locally, Waco Fire also has hands-on programs like the Citizens Fire Academy.
For Waco Fire in general, we do a Citizens Fire Academy where we take them through the ins and outs of how Waco Fire and most fire services handle emergency calls, fire calls, and all ends cumulatively with a live fire drill, flashover chamber, and a certificate of completion.
The American Red Cross is teaming up with Waco Fire this Saturday to install free smoke detectors and teach families about fire safety at the South Waco Recreation Center. For Lariat TV News, I'm Kendall Rickett.
The Central Texas Food Bank is expanding into Waco, bringing vital services to a region where food insecurity is rising fast. According to the Vice President of Government Affairs, Beth Corbett, nearly 20% of people living in Central Texas struggle with food insecurity, and 1 in 4 of them are children. CTFB's mission is to increase access to nutritious food one community at a time. Last year, 27,000 volunteers served over 135,000 hours. Students can lend a helping hand in the garden, kitchen, or shop from the food pantry whenever needed.
Volunteers are absolutely essential in helping us do what we do. We save a lot of dollars in full-time staff that we don't have to employ because, for example, at our Austin facility, folks are able to come and volunteer in the warehouse, in our community garden, also in our kitchen where we prepare meals. And we're excited because the Waco facility will have all 3 of those things happening.
This week, Baylor University professors, in conjunction with Baylor Community Engagement and Belonging, hosted a screening of the Academy Award-winning Brazilian film, I'm Still Here, followed by a panel discussion. The film I'm Still Here presents themes of resilience, oppression, and the importance of family by depicting the story of Rubens Paiva's enforced disappearance at the hands of the Brazilian military dictatorship that was in power from 1964 to 1985.
I also conducted many interviews with people who told me their stories and who cried in front of me and told me about being tortured and all of that. But seeing a representation through a movie, I think it really gets you inside the scene, right?
The film dove deep into the gritty realities of the dictatorship. With 434 confirmed deaths from the beginning to the end of the rule, the film painted a picture of how life was under the military dictatorship.
Yes, well, as you said, right, Brazil is known for its soccer, carnival, the beaches, the food and everything, samba. But
which are all great, by the way.
Yeah, and but our identity is not only about that, right? As you could see in the movie, it's also about struggle.
While Brazil is now far removed from the military dictatorship it was previously under, the country still bears scars.
And to prevent dictatorship, I would say we need to take care of our emotions and our affective realm in order to not be colonized by that political evil.
Many people in Brazil have since moved on from the nation's dark past, but there are still individuals who were affected directly. For Lariat TV News, I'm Jacob Stowers.
Faith leaders, students, and community members came together in Waco this week for the Beyond Us Mission Conference, a two-day event focused on service, faith, and global outreach. Hosted by Baylor Spiritual Life, Truett Seminary, and Mission Waco, the gathering focused on living out faith through action. Students and faculty took part in worship sessions, workshops, and service projects designed to connect classroom learning with a real-world impact. The event encouraged attendees to look beyond themselves and discover how small acts of service can make a lasting difference in the community and beyond.
What our goal is to help students who followers of Jesus move into a world that for many of them is not comfortable. And so we get them out of their place of safety and security. We're not doing anything stupid, but we want to take them to work among the poor, whether that be children to start off with and eventually people who are having other kind of problems.
The Heart of Texas is kicking off this fall with their fair and rodeo here in Waco. LTVN's Tatum Vickers saddles up with the story.
The Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo isn't just a good time, it's a tradition. From carnival rides to rodeo action, the event brings thousands to Waco each year for family fun and Texas-sized entertainment.
What I enjoy about the fair and the rodeo is all of the vibe. I like all the lights. I like doing the rides with him.
It's the concerts, like the country atmosphere. Like I love country music. Like the Midland was here a couple days ago.
Beyond the lights and livestock, the fair gives back. This year, $313,000 in scholarships were awarded to 53 students, helping local youth pursue college and career dreams.
Everybody's attendance here is what drives us to be able to give away this money. All of our volunteers support. We're about 600 volunteers strong. That's a big part of our community, and them helping us raise money they all go back to the youth of Central Texas.
For many, the fair is a stage to shine. Whether it's riding in the rodeo, performing live music, or showing livestock, the event gives Wacoans a chance to share what they love with the community.
It started out a little bit, especially with us. We just brought a few animals in, and now it's really grown a lot bigger and better. And the education part of it, the kids come through, they're able to see all these different animals, these exotic animals that they'd never see anywhere else, and learn about them.
The fair and rodeo runs from October 2nd through the 12th, open daily until 11 p.m. For Lariat TV News, I'm Tatum Vickers. Next, some student athletes are empowering Waco's youth with their love of the sport.
And flu season is right around the corner, but we bring you some prevention tips. Stay with us.
Blessed are the catalysts, sparking invention from the unknown. Strong are the generous, taking up the call to serve the world. Needed are the peacemakers, seeking common ground for the common good. But don't worry, you can still be fierce on game days. The work you do is faith in action, fueled by the light burning inside you. the world needs. Who you were made to be. Dare to be you. Indeed.
Baylor athletes are teaming up with Run Your City to inspire Waco kids through running and teamwork. LTVN's Marissa Muniz has the details.
From running to sprinting, Baylor track and field athletes are sharing their love for their sport with the younger Waco community.
So Run Your City is a nonprofit organization, and it creates a space for those kids to be in sport, specifically running and track and field.
Run Your City is a national nonprofit that offers free running clubs for kids in underserved communities, making sports accessible to every child.
Just a good way to reach out to underserved communities and bring kids sport for free without any cost to them.
These athletes aren't just coaching, they're inspiring. And for some kids, it's their very first time stepping onto a track.
It could be someone's they've been running their whole life, or it could be the kid's first time running, and so it just introduces them to the sport.
Kids are also finding confidence along the way.
It's just fun. We all make posters. It's like team building and confidence building, and just gives the kids courage on.
Now, I'm not one that gets excited about running, but Run Your City is bringing a different joy to this younger generation and getting their energy out, which is something these parents are really enjoying.
A friend told me about it, but after reading it just is something that my kids would enjoy doing, get some energy out, first of all, and then also kind of teach them basics of running, if you will.
For more information on joining Run Your City, visit runyourcity.org. For Lariat TV News, I'm Marissa Muniz.
Flu season is right around the corner and Baylor Health Services is fighting back. Baylor University Health Services is hosting mobile flu shot clinics around campus to help students receive their flu vaccinations conveniently. The flu shots are free for students and faculty, and their clinics will be all around campus from October 26th to November 15th.
So the biggest thing is going to be, first of all, getting the vaccine. And then after that, just proper hand washing. If you don't feel good, if you're running a fever, you can come into the clinic. We have academic live care where you can call a provider on Zoom. So we have the resources available to take care of you. But, if you're not feeling good, make sure you stay home. I'm sure if you email your professor, they'll understand.
Baylor University honored Hispanic Heritage Month with the Legacy of Service event, the life and impact of a historic figure. LTVN's Maren Small has the story.
This week, the Hispanic Leaders Network hosted an event at the Mark and Paula Hurd Welcome Center to honor Hispanic Heritage Month by celebrating the life of Dr. Hector P. Garcia.
Dr. Hector P. Garcia was one person that was a model of not giving up and making a significant impact in our community and in our world.
The legacy of Garcia is significant as he was a prominent figure who inspired many within the Hispanic community. He established the GI Forum to address discrimination against veterans, improve students' education, and enhance healthcare for undeserved communities.
He also was the first Mexican American appointed to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, and he was the first Mexican American presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom by a Republican president, Ronald Reagan. He was the first Mexican American to receive that honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
The event included food and 2 live mariachi group performances. Waco Mayor Jim Holmes also spoke about the significance of this month and signed a proclamation on October 6th declaring that the city of Waco recognizes this culture.
But to reflect on the interconnectedness of Hispanic cultures and the ongoing work of justice, inclusion, and equity, ensuring that all communities are seen, valued, and heard.
The event aimed to educate and inspire future generations with the contributions of Garcia to his heritage.
I have no doubt that the presentation today will inspire current and future leaders that are in the room today because the story is so impactful. And if anything, it will just resonate anyone who has a desire to just shoot for their dreams.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Maren Small.
Students had a chance to grab a sweet treat on their way to class this week. The Filipino Student Association was selling Mango Saga at Fountain Mall on Tuesday. This is a traditional Filipino dessert made with the national fruit of the Philippines and served over ice. Perfect for a quick treat in between classes on a hot day. All profits made from the table will go directly to FSA to support their future events.
We set up this booth today just to get some funds to come back to our org. It's a great way to also connect with people and let people know what we do in FSA. Yeah, we just love to connect with others and would love to get some profit back to just funnel back into our members and bring a better experience overall.
One of Baylor's most recognizable graduates returned to campus this week, turning a familiar venue into a stop on his national tour. LTVN's Savannah Ford has the inside scoop.
The Paul and Alejandra Foster Pavilion was filled with laughter today after Jeff Dunham's live performance here in Waco.
The intimate arena, built to bring fans close to the action, transformed into a stage for the Baylor alum with his artificial intelligence tour. The night gave the Waco community something special, a chance to see a familiar face bring laughter to campus in a whole new way.
Well, growing up, I was a big fan of Jeff Dunham. I mean, I grew up on his comedy, and I found out actually sophomore year that he was an alum of Baylor, and that was really exciting. So to have the opportunity to come here tonight and actually hear him give his performance, it's really spectacular, and he's a great comedian.
For the first time in the Foster Pavilion, alcohol was available, adding a new twist to the live experience. The show energized the Baylor community and drew visitors from all across Central Texas.
We have a partnership with the city of Waco for the construction of Foster Pavilion. So we are working with the city to bring A-list entertainment. Had a role in identifying Jeff. He's a Baylor alum. We could not be more excited to have him come back, but identify him, schedule the date, and then really get the Waco community and Baylor family excited about him returning home.
Beyond memories and entertainment, the event also boosted Waco's local economy, filling restaurants, hotels, and nearby businesses.
Live events, whether it's concerts or comedy shows, are really a lifeblood of a community. They generate excitement, they show that there's a lot of energy in the city, and of course they bring a lot of economic development for hotels, for restaurants and retail and tourist attractions.
Baylor plans to continue hosting events like these, strengthening its connection to Waco and creating more opportunities for the community to come together. For Lariat TV News, I'm Savannah Ford.
Baylor Recreation Center gears up for the backpacking, climbing, and paddling trips over fall break. Over 30 students are getting ready to step out of their comfort zone with several trips around the country. This gives students a break from their everyday duties in college and encourages them to try new activities.
Every fall break, Baylor Campus Recreation through Outdoor Adventure runs a few fall break trips. So this year we're going to be doing a whitewater kayaking trip in San Marcos, Texas, a backpacking trip in the Eagle Rock Loop in northwest Arkansas, and then a rock climbing trip to the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge in southwest Oklahoma.
Coming up in sports, we highlight a volleyball coach
and recap football's win against Kansas State. Keep it here.
We're turning up the volume this year at the Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo. The live music kicks off on Wednesday, October 8th with Cupid, Charlie Boy, Jeter Jones, and Silas D. Thursday, October 9th, User Brothers with Wynn Williams. Friday, October 10th, Sawyer Brown with Walker Montgomery. Saturday, October 11th, Justin Moore with Chad Miller and the Good Fortune. Sunday, October 12th, La Fiera de Ojinaga. Learn more about the Ziegenbach Music Stage concert lineup and purchase your tickets at hotfair.com.
One member of the volleyball coaching staff has quite the Baylor connection. Claire Marie Scott sat down with Shelby Livingstone Anima in a Lariat exclusive.
Shelby Livingstone Anima has had quite the volleyball journey. From starting to play the sport in the 6th grade to being a full-fledged assistant coach at Baylor, her story is full of faith. Anima got recruited to play volleyball at Rice University and pulls wisdom from that experience to be a better coach.
You get to use the experience that I had in college to really lean in and love these girls really well now, and use my own experiences and help them through the hard moments and the exciting moments that they get to have now as college athletes, and help speak life into them.
After graduating from Rice, Anima came to Baylor as a student volunteer coach while getting her master's in divinity. After that, she spent 2 seasons at Liberty University as an assistant before getting called to come back to Waco.
That when he called and offered me the position, it was an absolute no-brainer to definitely come home to a spot that I love and know loves me.
Anima has made a positive mark on the volleyball team, and Coach McGuire praises her ability to be relatable to the players.
Coach Livingstone is great in bringing the energy in the right place at the right time, but she's also has a strong connection with the girls, and his family know how to divide the burdens, and so she's able to take the load off of them when there's maybe anxiety, I'm struggling with something on defense or serve receive.
Her parents, Dr. Linda Livingstone and Brad Livingstone, are the president and first gentleman of Baylor. Anima enjoys being able to work in the same environment as her parents.
When we talk about Baylor volleyball, we talk about family, and we talk about the Baylor family at Baylor in general, and it just is really sweet that I get to share my family with all of Baylor, and that Baylor just loves my parents so much, and our girls love them so much.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Marie Scott.
Wednesday night, number 16 volleyball will be on the road to take on number 8 Arizona State in a highly anticipated Big 12 matchup. The Bears lost its first conference match in a 5-set thriller Friday night versus number 18 Kansas. The Sun Devils are sitting at second in conference standings, with Baylor right behind in third place. Arizona State is on a 19-game winning streak, with its last Big 12 loss versus the Bears last season in Waco.
Road wins are awesome, just to be able to do it without your home environment. Obviously that's always fun, great to play in, but just to know as a team that we don't need that necessarily to be successful, I think will be a big just proof to ourselves that we can do it.
The match will start at 9 p.m. on ESPN+. Baylor football played Kansas State on Saturday, and in a fourth quarter comeback, the Bears pulled off a 35-34 win. I was there to cover the game. Baylor football got its first home conference win of the season, beating Kansas State 35-34. The Wildcats had a chance to win the game, but the Bears blocked their game-winning field goal.
I've talked before about just how when our backs are against the wall, I feel like that's when we're our best. I mean, we saw it last year, and then to be able to do that again this year with another group of guys who are all hungry and tenacious about the sport is awesome. And so it's just that being tenacious about it and being determined, and we're never giving up.
Trailing by 6, redshirt sophomore safety and walk-on Jacob Redding had his second interception of the season, this one a 66-yard pick-six, to put the Bears ahead of the Wildcats 32-31 with less than 5 minutes left in the game.
I was running and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I was like, and then I scored and I was like, no flags? And then I was like, thank you, Lord. Like, this is a blessing. This is a dream come true. Like, I mean, I'm blessed, and this is just cool.
Alongside the defensive production, redshirt senior tight end Michael Trigg had a season-high 8 catches for 155 yards.
He's a mismatch. You have to put 2 people on him. If it's a linebacker, he ain't going to be able to run fast enough, and it's a safety, he's not going to be physical enough. And so a lot of people don't put 2 guys on him, and so this is what you get,
Baylor has a bye week next week before they are back in action when the Bears head up I-35 to take on TCU in Fort Worth. For Lariat TV News, I'm Aiden Richmond. Baylor softball hits the road to College Station to face off last season's #1 overall seed, Texas A&M. Last season, the Bears posted a 36-23 overall record, going 14-13 in conference play. The Aggies elevated their game, finishing 45-9 overall with a 16-7 mark in SEC play. The last time the Aggies and the Bears met was last season, and the Bears lost 10-7. First pitch is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Men's tennis competed in the Big 12 SEC Challenge Tournament this past weekend. Luke Coing and Calvin Barrel each had 2 single wins for the Bears, but the standout performance came from Connor Van Schalkwyk, who went undefeated during the weekend and was named tournament champion.
I think some of us had a few good wins, and I think that's really important, and especially I felt it that at All-American, getting some wins, some extra confidence in myself, and now when I go on court I feel that confidence and I feel like I play better.
The Bears will be back in action next week when they head to College Station for the Texas Regionals Tournament. Last Friday, volleyball dropped a 5-set match against Kansas. Brooke Cranford has the recap.
Baylor volleyball suffered a 3-2 loss against number 18 Kansas, their first home loss of the season.
That I was kind of just swinging to swing instead of swinging to score, swinging in the spots that I knew were open. And so I thought Tori did a really great job of that tonight, and seeing off the edge or in the cross or any of that. I think we just didn't adapt.
The Bears came out strong, winning the first set, then losing the next two before winning the fourth. But in the end, losing the match in the fifth set.
We want to win. We want to play our best and want to do everything. So I feel like being able to come back and be able to get that chance of that fifth set was really good to see. But now we know exactly what we need to work on.
Finishing off the game, Victoria Davis had 14 kills, Morgan Madison had 14 digs, Harley Craig with 42 assists, and the team came out with 59 kills in total.
It doesn't change the outlook. We want to do our best, do for the Lord, be the best version of ourselves. We want to do it together. We're going to win together, lose together as we go through it. At the end of the day, this team works its tail off.
The Bears will be on the road on Wednesday for a match against number 8 Arizona State. For Lariat TV News, I'm Brooke Cranford.
As always, the Lariat will keep you up to date on all things Baylor athletics. Stick with us for updates on your favorite teams. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Aiden. That closes out our newscast this week. Make sure you're keeping up to date by following all our Baylor Lariat socials.
We hope to see you next Friday, and until then, have a safe fall break, and as always, sick 'em Bears.